Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Tyro. I'm your host, Lord Wonder. Now it's funny because just last week I said that I'm going to leave the monthly documentaries up until 2016, but I just couldn't help myself. A documentary a month isn't that hard to manage, and I've already got two that I've mentioned I'm going to speak about, and because I just watched it a couple weeks ago, it's clear in my mind. Why not talk about it right now? And I'm talking about the Scientology documentary that I was dropped on HBO just a few weeks ago called Going Clear Scientology and the Prison of Belief 2015. So, full disclosure, guys, I'm not gonna pretend I know anything about Scientology. It's always just hearing it. It always kind of reminded me, or I got the thought of it as being some kind of scientific religion. You know, a la Scientology. I know that sounds pretty dumb, but I always thought it was a very scientific form of religion that's based on chemicals and science and stuff like that. That was my guess. And over the years, as I've gotten to know more about Scientology, especially since there's big Hollywood actors that are big proponents for it, it became more interesting. And I heard all these crazy stories about Scientology. So we've got this movie that's based off a book or a magazine article. I can't remember which one. And I think the documentarian is actually very popular. And basically, this made a lot of waves. People said this was really well done. And there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff in Scientology that this movie goes into, this documentary. So I was intrigued, and it, like I said, got a lot of high praise. And after watching it, I've come away from it feeling a bit. I think my expectations were a little bit too high in what I was actually expecting. Not saying it wasn't good, and not saying it wasn't informative, but after watching it, I came away thinking this is just as fucked up as any other religion. Because when you break it down, you can say that this Scientology is based off crazy, ridiculous notions, and even Scientology, the history of it, is kind of like science fiction, like a movie. But people say Christianity is ridiculous, it's based off fiction, and the same as Muslim or Islam or whatever. So every religion is criticized for being made up. Scientology is no different in that regard. But I have to say, after hearing the in and outs of Scientology, it's a little bit more manipulative. So the thing I like about this documentary is it's told from a lot of first person perspectives. The people that are being interviewed for this documentary, they were actually like big proponents for Scientology. They were actually the head nutsos in the organization. Some of these people did really fucked up things to get people into Scientology, and they've, for better term, they've come to the error of their ways, or they've seen the light, or they don't believe in Scientology anymore, and they're telling us, the viewer, how the church came to be, how they manipulated people, how when people leave Scientology, they ostracize people when they do a lot of bad things. Again, a lot of this personally I kind of knew from hearsay, from watching the news, stuff like that. But seeing these people give the first person commentaries is what makes it very interesting. In terms of how this documentary is shot, there's nothing dynamic about it. There's some interviews, and they have some interviews with John Travolta and Tom Cruise, but the interviews aren't specific to this. I think they're just video clips I've taken from when Tom Cruise or John Travolta was speaking about Scientology. But overall, I came away from this feeling that, Scientology is just as fucked up as any other religion. Like, to be honest with you, when it comes to Christianity or Islam, there's a lot more extremist, fucked up things. But don't get me wrong, hearing some of the crazy things that have gone behind the scenes of Scientology, with the weird torture, the weird brainwashing, the complete ostracizing. If you badmouth Scientology, they come after you. But the most interesting things about this documentary and Scientology is, number one, how it came to be. Scientology is a very manipulative business, and the guy that founded it, honestly, when we see how he came up with it, from Dianetics to, he was very strategic in how he came about Scientology, and it seems more like a business. And the second thing that's most interesting is how it actually became a tax exempt religion in the United States. Because the way that shit came about is some really funny, I don't want to say crookery, but they went to some court, they pulled some thuggish court shit to get this thing into a legal religion, tax free, man. And you know, I look at Scientology now like, wow, man, it's dangerous, cultish religion. It's a very hive mind kind of thing. And you know, when you hear celebrities like Tom Cruise or John Travolta talk about it, they seem like the religion is a refuge because all the other religions are so shit and they're so freeing, and even the techniques of Scientology with using this equipment to test shit, it's weird. You know, I'm gonna say that off the bat, but I'm not a religious person. Right now, I'm a theist. I used to be a Christian. I'm a theist, so I'm very critical, and I don't want to offend anybody, especially if you're a Scientologist. I've never met a Scientologist before, but the documentary is okay. It wasn't riveting. It was informative. It was enlightening. It just made me feel like this is a very expose kind of look at what's going behind the scenes of Scientology and the people behind it. You know, you get a good full view. It wasn't boring, but I did leave wanting. I think my expectations were a little bit too high for this movie. I would give it a low solid B. I was expecting a bit more, but it does what it came to do. But even from a visual perspective, I think I've seen documentaries do a little bit more because it's just clippings of interviews and first-hand, uh, you know, retrospectives from people and stuff like that. It's okay, but I guess I was expecting a little bit more. But it's a documentary. I'm not trying to overblow this thing. Sometimes documentaries are just meant to be telling you. It's not meant to be a narrative. It's not meant to be a made-up story. It's real life, real people, real stories. Fine, but I came away from it feeling that Scientology is just another fucked up religion. At the end of the day, it's weird, but I guess all of them are weird. But this just seems a little bit more manipulative and sinister in how they kind of bully people into coming in and leaving the religion. So, you know, I'm skeptical on it as with other religions, but on the whole, it's just okay. I don't want to ramble on and on and on. But yeah, it's got a lot of high praise. Low solid B. It's okay, but you know. So yeah, that's the first documentary. I know we're in November right now. It's kind of weird, but I'm just watching stuff, so why not? I'm relaxing. I'm still on hiatus right now, but I just wanted to talk about this. And guys, you know, leave your comments down below if you want to talk to us about what you think of this movie. I know this is a very different shift documentaries. Maybe you guys are not interested, but if you're interested in Scientology, I don't think this is a. I think this is a good documentary movie just to get you up to speed. Let's leave it at that, guys. Hit the annotations on the right for all the other stuff we've done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.